Order. Just tell me, you're talking about, before you look at this week's sleep, briefly, you're talking about Europa League, right? We have a Kenyan there.
Yeah. Actually, Timothy Babu Ouma, that the boy from Nairobi City Stars, crossed over to Elfsborg in Sweden. And it was really a brilliant debut for him in the UEFA Europa League when he scored for Elfsborg, the opening goal against Zelkamar, and then also produced an assist for the second goal. That was one of the best performances of a Kenyan player in that particular competition. Bearing in mind, we had the likes of Robert Mambo those days, but they never reached that particular moment. And as we speak, Babu has attracted a lot of interest across Europe. Maybe by the end of the year or January transfer window, expect him maybe to make a mega money move to maybe Italy or even Spain, because a number of teams are really chasing for his.
Bro, you know what? I'm shifting from Manchester United to.
Yeah, he'll be either in Spain or he'll be in Serie A.
Kabisa. Tuangalie games of this week. KCB versus Ulinzi, Bidco versus Talanta, Brentford versus West Ham. Manchester United will be at home against Spurs. Bayern Munich dhidi ya Bayer Leverkusen. Mainz dhidi ya Heidenheim. Real Sociedad will be at home against Valencia. Atletico de Madrid dhidi ya Real Madrid. This is one of the highlights of the week. Atletico Bilbao versus Sevilla. Then Bologna will be entertaining Atalanta. This is my sleep for this week. This is how I feel like I'm gonna win. I'm looking at 9 and above now. 9 and above.
It's land from Robbie.
This
is a copy paste from Robbie. You have copy pasted.
What do you mean? No, come on. But what do you mean copy pasted?
They want to see Robbie sleep first. No direct.
What do you mean no direct?
No direct.
Nikiweka hapa 10,000 zitatoka na 50,000?
10,000, itarudi kwa 9,000 after tax.
Mkanga, ngoja. Mkanga simama, unasimama tu angalie. Umeona?
Naziona.
1, 2 and 2.5 because
Ulinzi, KBC, 1 or 2. Naona hapa nafasi ya Ulinzi kupigwa na KCB ni kubwa sana.
Kwa hivyo utapata hapo, si ndio?
Hapo una nafasi kubwa.
Bidco Talanta under 2.5.
Premier League Kenya, West Ham na Brentford. West Ham kocha akipigwa hii, la Portugal nesi kwamba atakuwa na.
Angalia, mkanga haraka Brentford na hapa yani over 1.5. Yani hapa kutoka na mabao. Over 2 goals and above.
Hapo mkonga ndipo. Bayern Leverkusen GG 1-2 inawezekana. Alafu Mainz, alafu na timu Heidenheim. Naipa Heidenheim kupata ushindi ama GG. Alafu Real Sociedad Valencia trick lakini inawezekana under 2.5. Atletico na Real Madrid trick wana kwa sababu kuna Mbappe ameumia, lakini I feel like Real wanaweza toka na ushindi. Alafu Bilbao na Sevilla GG, lakini pia under you never know, lakini GG ni kubwa. Alafu Atalanta na Bologna. Atalanta imepigwa juzi na Fabregas
for exactly 20 seconds. I mean, come on, what's wrong with my sleep?
No. Actually, you played it so safe, even safer than the safest man on the show.
I want to take him out this time.
Yeah, taking back the crown. But it's a good sleep, and I feel maybe our viewers, those who always do this particular way of getting money, they can get more money.
Don't bet with the emotions, you know.
Yeah, they can get more money on this one, but not really big money, but just as a certain amount of money. But it's a good sleep. The catch here will be Bayern and Leverkusen. Of course, it can end up in a draw because both teams are scoring goals for fans and they're in great form. And then Spurs against Manchester United. That's going to be another interesting match to watch. And finally, the Madrid derby, Atletico against Real Madrid. Mbappe is injured, yes, but you have Vinicius there, Rodrigo is there. They are also scoring goals. But of course, that combination has been trying to come through in the last few matches. But remember also, Madrid have really scored a biggest number of penalties this season. I think through the last 5 matches or so, they have scored like 4 penalties, if I'm not wrong. So with Mbappe out, I don't know who's going to score the penalty. Of course, Vinicius there.
You know, it's end month, so you have to be a bit, you know, have to play it safe. Karaoke, Modo Murima. hata slip yangu usiguse slip yangu.
Sitaki maneno emotions nini. Acha nikuoneshe. Mtu anachukua game moja 2 3 4 5 anaweka 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yaani unacheza safe hata kushinda yule ambaye tunamjua. Au hata Deno amesema hii unaweza ukapata pesa. Mkangai unaonaje? Mimi ni mtu ambaye emotions kando ni kutafuta pesa.
Truthful man.
Yes.
Lakini amejaribu, nafikiri hii kunawezekana akafika 8 out of 10.
Game gani ambayo unaona labda niliekele
still playing safe. Over 1.5 1x is x girlfriend is x zinafanya nini?
X ni ngapi?
1x 2.
Na wewe uko na 1 2 ngapi? Shitami unaonaje?
But Karuki, we are talking about your sleep, not my sleep.
Unajua tunalinganisha Shitami.
You're sleeping on air.
Based on the 2 sleeps so far, I think you guys have gone for the kill, and the minimum when we come back for the next show, I think it will be maybe 8, based on the 2 sleeps I've seen. And now the king of safe, I know he'll get 10 out of 10.
Tuna hand over kwake tu moja kwa moja.
King of playing safe. Robinson Kenya, what do you make of 2 sleep before you?
Hata labda ameangalia yangu kidogo na yako akaunganisha.
Because unajua saa zingine anakuja anakaa kwa desk yangu.
Kwa sababu
Mkangai sleep.
Nimeangalia sleep, nafikiri kila KCB Ulinzi Stars 1x inaonekana iko sawa. Mechi ambayo nafikiri kwamba zitaamua hii sleep, ukiangalia kama ile ukiangalia West Ham na hii timu ya Brentford over 2.5 pale, nafikiri inaweza kuwa labda 1-0 kwa faida ya West Ham, labda alafu United na Spurs si mechi nyingine pia ambayo itakuwa rahisi. Nafikiri kwamba kutakuwa na mshindi.
Hapo sioni over 2.5 hapa. Hapo ni zamuliwa na bao moja.
Atletico na Real.
Ama itokee either 2-0 2-0 1-1
ama 1-1.
Ndio kaeka 1-2.
Brentford hiyo ni derby. Brentford na West Ham. Vile Mkanga amesema tumechi ngumu sana hivi.
Ni ngumu. Kabla tuende kwa Robi, hii Bidco Talanta unajua ilitupa headache sana kufikiria, kwa sababu Bidco dhidi ya AFC tulidhania kwamba wangekuwa wazuri sana. Talanta wamekuwa wazuri sana. Jiji unaonaje?
Mkangai, unajua huyu mtu wa mlima ana shida moja. Bidco ni wapi?
Mlima.
Inacheza wapi?
Nyumbani.
Anapita emotions bwana. Hakuna siku, angalia, hakuna last time alipatia Bidco, right? This time ati jiji Bidco afungi bwana.
Lakini jikumbuka kwa Juma hapo Talanta, mkufunzi ni Jacqueline Juma. Mwanamke wa kwanza sana kuja kuwa na timu ya ligi kwenye ligi ya Kenya. So for her, she's trying to create history, and I believe Bidco there is going to be on a hot soup because they'll fry themselves with that particular oil, and Talanta here will just be on the rolls because she's continuing trying to write history day in day out. So
kwa sababu ninajua ya Robi safe. Robi unaonaje yako? Kuna yako kwa
Robi hata usinunua nayo jini bwana.
Manzi.
Hassan and Kariuki, you know, there's something that is very interesting. Niliwapata hapa juu the other day. Yani mlikuwa mmeita community iwasaidie muone ni wapi mnaweza eka. But anyway, Hassan, naona you've improved, better safe than sorry.
Ona.
What is this?
Better safe than sorry.
So, Steve, what is this? Ngoja.
No, Hassan.
Angalia, 1 2 3 4
5. Hassan, nimekaa hapa nikanyamaza mkaongelea sleep zetu. Mimi sija interject.
But your sleep does not. What is this?
Ikifika
1 2 3 4 5.
Ikifika time yangu, when it's my time
over 1.5.
Hey,
over 1.5.
Relax. Ikifika time yangu inawawasha. Mimi sijaongea.
Robia mfanye tu kazi yake vizuri. Sioni kama kuna shida mahali kwa sababu anajaribu kuangalia vile.
So, sijaweka safe mode.
As you win.
Gentlemen, let me quickly run through this slip that I have for the weekend. KCB versus Ulinzi. I see KCB winning or drawing in that fixture, having in mind that KCB hasn't lost a match this season. Bidco versus Talanta under 2.5 because in Kenyan games, goals inakuanga nadra sana. Brentford versus West Ham over 1.5. Manchester United versus Spurs over 1.5. Bayern versus Leverkusen over 1.5. Mainz Heidenheim over 1.5. Sociedad versus Valencia, it will go either way. And then you have Atletico versus Real Madrid I see it being over 1.5. Atletico Bilbao versus Sevilla, I see it being 1 or X. And then Bologna versus Atalanta, I see Atalanta or draw. So, gentlemen, I want us to shift this focus. I want us to shift the conversation from the sleeps. We've already gone through the sleeps. Let's shift the conversation from the sleeps. Let's go to the big games of the weekend. Tuanze na Real Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitana taking on Atletico Madrid. Deno, tuende hapo kwa Madrid derby. Cedric, this is going to be very heated.
It is. It's a game actually that anyone is eyeing to watch and see how all these stars that these teams are accumulating, also in the side of Real Madrid, how will be faring on. Remember also in the side of Atletico Madrid, whereby they have actually brought in the likes of Alvarez, and they will be out there to show Real Madrid that back at our backyard, you can't just come and pick point easily. But all said and done, it will be quite unfortunate to not see Kylian Mbappe actually participating in that particular context, simply because he has picked a slightly kind of an injury that does not augur well with the Real Madrid fans. Remember, he has been, though, guys, the debate might be that he has been scoring through many penalties, but the last match that he played, he managed to get a goal through an open play, which is, and again, quite a good thing to him. We would have seen that actually culminate and maybe growing higher when he comes maybe to bag goals behind Atletico Madrid. But it's a quite of a cagey game, given to the style that Atletico Madrid presents all along. It's a defensive kind of team. They build two lines of defense, and it becomes sometimes hard to break those.
Alvarez has been a revelation at Atletico. Even yesterday, in their tie, he scored.
Yeah, he scored, and I think him opening that kind of account will actually give him some kind of morale coming in this particular game. Remember, Atletico, given the kind of the player that it has, the likes of Griezmann, into that particular team, it's not a team that you can just wash away just like that. It's a team that knows how to play. And bringing in Alvarez, Diego Simeone knows how to play with the Argentine players. Remember, at that particular time when we saw the likes of Acuna trading at the Congo of Atletico Madrid together De Paul in the midfield. They could give it all. They could give it all.
And Llorente.
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to Argentina player, they don't play for the club. They play for their coach. They know how this coach actually invite them to the club, but they know the value that they really needs to cultivate from them. And now it will be bringing that value to see if Alvarez can rise to occasion and maybe get some goals in that, but it's not quite easy. This is Real Madrid, a team that has got all other stars that the European eyes has been looking up to. It's only that it hasn't clicked, but if it happened to click, every angle in Real Madrid, everyone in Real Madrid can score. May it be the likes of Federico Valverde, Bellingham, Rodrigo. Actually, in Real Madrid, even you trade it back to Couture, he can still surge ahead. And anyone in that particular team can score. That's when that can become dangerous when you are facing them.
Yes. So, aside from, I want us to move away from this. Bayern will be playing by Leverkusen.
That's also another tough affair. And it's tough affair given to the kind of form Bayern has actually amassed under Company this particular season. I think they were just waiting to Company to bring in. Something was actually lacking in that particular dressing room if you go by. It's a team that we saw trying to go higher last season, trying actually to find some spaces in UEFA, but at some point they were stopped by the stars of Europe. And if I talk about the star, you understand the team that we have just talked about. I don't want to go there. But this time round, Bayern has shown that we can go and start pumping teams with goals, getting 6 goals, getting 8 goals, at some point getting even 9 goals. It's a team that is also scoring. And remember, just like Real Madrid, you also have the likes of youngsters, the likes of Musiala, who, and again, good on ball. It has all the permutation that it requires actually coming. But on the other side, also Sabi Alonso will not be sleeping. Remember, they have the likes of Jonathan Tah in that particular team. And when it comes to play the Frimpong, when it comes to play, they play with stars coming from bench. Remember last season when you were watching this team, it could wait until the dying minutes of the game. 92nd minute, 90 plus 2, 90 plus 3 is when they were winning matches. That has not been the same this time round.
One thing that is very surprising, Patrick Schick comes from the bench. But Victor Boniface has been a revelation.
And he has come back. Remember last season, actually, the entire period of last season, he was nursing an injury. He has come back and he's trying to work hard to mark his pace. When you come from an injury, you need actually to start hitting.
Yes.
And he has hit it going. I think the form that he has actually found this time around, if he happens to be utilized very well, we will be so keen to watch how he will fare against the biggest team in the particular contest, that being Bayern Munich. Remember, it's either them, Dortmund, or
Leipzig
that can really literally stop Bayern Leverkusen from challenging for a trophy this time round.
Mkangai, Bayern Munich, there's a youngster aside from Jamal Musiala who's also, rattling the waters. Naongelea nani? Olise. Jamaa anafunga mabao for fun. Unaona game itakwaje?
Msimu jana walipigwa home and away, nafikiri na wakachukua league unbeaten, so nafikiri ni wakati wao kurudisha mkono. Bayern itampiga Leverkusen na Kompa nafikiri atakuwa anaangalia baada ya kushinda mtu mabao 9 kwenye Champions League, akapiga mabao 5 tena weekend, 14 goals kwa mechi mbili. Robi nice kwamba mwekezaji, hii ni mechi ambayo utampa Bayern Munich, anataka kuonyesha kwamba akimpiga Leverkusen anapanua pengo la alama. Kwa hivyo direct nampa nafasi Bayern kupata ushindi.
Yes, Hassan, your favorite team will be in action against Spurs. For the last 3 seasons, imekuwa ngumu Spurs. Man U kupiga Spurs. Take it away.
Waswahili wanasema mcheza kwa utuzwa na utunzwa. Tutampiga vibaya sana huyu Spurs.
Twende pia tuko nyumbani.
FC twende.
Tuko nyumbani pia.
Wajua nani amesemaje?
Hata Liverpool.
Na hii ndio imeniudhi sana. Hii ndio imeniudhi kwamba
2028
tutashinda league 2028. Surely. We don't have 2028.
Ni anniversary by the way.
Sasa unaona? Sasa ukisha karaoke wakianza kusema vitu kama hivi. The really
Chief.
Na unajua ndio mdosi huyu ndio anafungua the pass. Financial pass.
Labda anasema what is Omar is saying, mpe coach time. In other words, anasema mpe coach time.
We don't have time.
No, like
you are the ones who don't have time.
Like
the team,
but the owners,
they have time.
Karaoke.
The fans, even Ten Hag is impatient. Alisema hivi, I'm starting to be.
But when you see the owners or the honkers of the club start talking like this, just know the coach could be on his way out. This may be just a statement to try and test the waters, see the response. But trust me not, if maybe Manchester continue losing, not providing those results of their stature, definitely they'll have to part away with it.
I'm bothered by Eric Ten Hag. Why? Because he wanted this player.
He has been given.
He's been heavily funded by Jim Ratcliffe and the other American owners. I mean, he's got no reason whatsoever not to perform.
I think at Manchester, I think there's that pressure, and maybe when you take Eric Ten Hag to maybe a lower ranked club, maybe the bottom 10 teams, he can perform very well. But compared to Manchester United, I think that's club above his level. So maybe the owners just need to rethink on the decision, maybe having him or rather let him go.
But are there, I don't know, Steve, from where you sit, are there managers out there who are free to join Manchester United?
But the legend is ready to come back. Ole Gunnar can come back. Actually, Ole Gunnar with this squad, he can just transform United. They just need somebody who can just maybe put in some effort and instill the confidence back to this unit. Because the players are there. Even a Rudvan can do that miracle. But, it's all about maybe that chemistry and the history and the culture that in this club. Because you look at Ole Gunnar and Rudvan, they've been at this club as players, so they know exactly what is ailing this club. But based on the previous coaches, you understand, everybody is complaining about the culture at United, and also everybody wants a radical surgery at the United, because these players aren't pushing themselves to the limit. They're in the comfort zone. They need somebody who can tell them, boss, you are here, we did wonders. Why are you not doing wonders?
Tell me on the hot seat, your prediction, Manchester United at home at Old Trafford against Son?
Son will score. He'll score, and definitely when he scores, Spurs will win. Who will score for United? Because there's also confusion in that formation, whereby the coach tried to bring in Zikeze as number 10. Why? Give him number 9 role. Let him score goals because he's good at position, just like Jackson at Chelsea. Yeah, we used maybe to criticize him, but right now he's scoring goals for fun.
Shtemi has a way of making our weekend pathetic.
with his predictions.
With his pathetic predictions.
But it will come to pass. Trust you me.
Ni mechi ngumu, it's a must win for United. It's a must win. Nafikiri wote vile watashinda mechi. Hata kama ni 1-0 ama 2-1 watashinda. United Manchester. I believe watashinda.
Nani atafunga?
Wekere. Zixia.
Nani atafunga?
Nani atafungia Manchester?
No,
lakini nani amerudi? Rashford.
Shida ni
Garnacho.
overdoing.
Ini team
Sasa kama Crystal Palace mlishindwa.
Hapa ndio dominate.
Dominate.
Yeah.
Baada ya
So
siku.
yes, but Juma ni must win for United.
But I think as Mkangai says, is a must win in this case. Paul Mason amesema Tottenham yule poste hana ile pressure kama ya Ten Hag kwa sababu Tottenham ana muda mrefu sana, ama labda Tottenham City mkubwa vile ya kuweza manager kupewa pressure kama Ten Hag anavyopewa ile pressure. Kwa hivyo Ten Hag asiposhinda mechi hii pressure will decrease or will increase. Itacrease.
Mtu wa Mrima. Kuna super producer Becky Mulure ana watch nyumbani. Becky ana watch na Mike. Mike say you those watch na Mike must be the better half.
I want to believe so.
Yes, ni shabiki wa Manchester United. Mike sasa. Mike Mulure. Becky Mulure, Mike Mulure.
Basi ni hiyo umesema.
Haiwezi kwa
Becky vile muangalia hapa na huwa
hiyo ni nini
focus.
Mike Mulure. Just ya Manchester United ni yako. Robin, take it away bro.
I'm just wondering why Kariuki, you get so excited talking about Manchester United, a team that has only won one game. So let's quickly run through the fixture that we have for this weekend. We begin with the FKF Premier League. We have a number of matches on the cards. KCB will be taking on Ulinzi, Bidco versus Talanta, Muranga versus Mara Sugar. Shabana will be taking on Posta, Gor Mahia versus Mathare. Sofapaka will be hosting Bandari. Homeboys take on Kariobangi Sharks. FC Leopards host City Stars as Police tackles Tusker. And in the English Premier League, early kickoff, Ogopa Sana, Newcastle will be taking on Man City. Arsenal host Leicester, Brentford battles West Ham. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge against Brighton. Everton, still struggling, will be taking on Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest host Fulham. Wolves face Liverpool. Ipswich take on Aston Villa as Manchester United host Spurs. From the Premier League, we go to the Spanish La Liga. Getafe will be facing Alaves. Rayo Vallecano take on Leganés. Real Sociedad battles Valencia. Osasuna faces Barcelona. Celta Vigo will be in action against Girona. Athletic Bilbao faces Sevilla. Real Betis takes on Espanyol. And finally, the Madrid derby on Sunday. Now from Spanish La Liga, we go to Serie A. Udinese will be facing Inter. Genoa hosts Juventus. Bologna takes on Atalanta. Torino battles Lazio. Como hosts Verona. AS Roma will be in action against Venezia. Empoli faces Fiorentina. And Napoli takes on Monza. Let's go to Bundesliga, where we have Freiburg taking on St. Pauli. Mönchengladbach faces Union Berlin. Mainz versus Heidenheim. Leipzig will be taking on Augsburg. Wolfsburg will be battling Stuttgart. Bayern take on Leverkusen. Holstein will be facing Frankfurt, and Hoffenheim versus Werder Bremen. Cedric, Madrid derby, who's winning as we wrap up?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Manchester United versus Tottenham. A draw. And then Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern Munich. KCB Bidco.
KCB.
Well, thank you very much, Cedric Msumba, of course, for coming and dissecting what we have on the cards this weekend. Hassan Juma, sijui uko chini, mnasema nini?
Sisi tumekafunga.
Sipendi anavyosema uko chini. Uko chini wapi? Endelea.
Box mati uko chini by the way.
Maneno ya uko chini Fred.
Au usikuse Mrima.
Angalau turudi kwake. Tuendelee.
Kwa haraka pengine kumaliza 10 seconds.
Weekend hii kama kawaida kwenye Radio Maisha EPN tutakutangazia mechi zote.
Useme tu Radio Maisha. Radio zaidi ya radio.
Babu tuko mbele pamoja.
Pia kule Berur, pia kuna matangazo sio kwa hivyo.
Timiano, ichamuge.
Ichamuge. Anye. Ike tamu.
Of course, on the ball tomorrow we have an exclusive story, brilliant pieces we are looking forward to Gor Mahia and Kenya Police making their starting their KPL campaign. Tusker will be against Police and Gor Mahia against their bogey team, that's Madrid United. And of course, you have also tried to review how impressive the peerless Faith Kipyegon managed to win the Outlaws New York race. That is now, I think, 7.7 million richer. All those stories are in the tomorrow's
Standard newspaper. Definitely. Na mimi
Moto Mrima?
Mrima anasema
Moto Mrima, aterere.
Kesho umeangalia, there is a lot that is going to be happening during the weekend. Angalia ni wapi ambapo pesa zako utakuwa safe. Na kila wakati nasema you bet responsibly. Kwa hivyo mimi sina la ziada, tupatane Ijumaa ijayo, lakini kesho kwenye Radio Maisha vile vile tutapiga kazi English Premier League. Mimi ni Daniel.
Tuanze kwenda ama?
Tuondoke. Kuwa na usiku mwema.